Nor was stuck exploding bare bones broadcasting. I thought about something last night that I want to talk to you about. My great idea of none of the above on the ballot. A quagmire could occur that the elections could get stagnant and you won't be elected anybody. And none of the above would keep winning. That is not a healthy thing. You're in international contracting. And in international contracting, it requires certain orders and decisions and da-da-da-da. And your system is set up for that now. And the internationalists could come in and take away your situation from you, claiming they have to run it. Not a good one. Don't want that thinking around at all. Ever. That is conflict of interest. It is what's going on now. The internationalists are influencing. That would be a little too much international influence. Now, so for every time none of the above wins so many times in a row, let's say 10. If you ran an election every 90 days, what is that? 900 days, I don't know how many. You can go that long without this process. The contracts will hold you. Basically, without certain positions, say president, how could you legislate without that stuff getting signed into law? You couldn't. And you're not going to have anybody else do it. You're not going to ruin that. So, that would really hold Congress back from spending money they don't have, because every law they pass, it costs you a fortune in productive positioning of employment. Something that produces a product that you can tax, something that produces a surplus, Congress can't pass a law and accomplish that. They rob that occurrence when they pass laws. You've got to slow that down. They're in a conflict of interest and can't stop those attacking them. Poor congressmen. I do not hold them liable for the attack they have on their wit. I find Congress, I used to hold Congress terrible, till I looked at what was attacking their wit and working very diligently to attack a congressman's wit. Really, you are forgiven. No matter what these candid and uncandid people are failing at doing to hold a coherent and cognate conversation for mutual, they are programmed and beat and attacked so much by these societies and efforts that, my God, you're not going to hold them liable. No, you're not. You all work too hard to make the corruption take place in Congress, to hold Congress liable. No. Congress is forgiven. The approach to Congress and the living adjacent to it that doesn't know what democracy is held liable. That lifestyle, that approach, far more the deviant here than any failing congressman. Do you understand me? So you've got her in gridlock right now. Hope to God, it looks like the internationalists want this because they're milking you and telling you every word to do, and they're costing you a fortune. Pretty soon you're going to lose it. They're stupid. They don't have the brain. They're like the gluttony of fungus and bacteria. You've got to break this gridlock effect all over the globe. Move! You're going to do it with elections. There you are. That's the most passive way. Consensus a conversation. Now, you got to have the conversation to support it. What is an election without a conversation? Do you have any conversation to support the election for the citizen? Is the citizen having a conversation adjacent to any of the conflict of interest? Where is the citizen's conversation adjacent to conflict of interest? Where? You need to find that. And if it ain't there, get it! And that's what an election's for, quite frankly, because you're not going to find it. And that's what the polling is for. To get the remarks of that conversation that you ain't going to hear it. You can't organize it. It goes on behind the wall. It goes on in the mind. And you need to hear a remark from it. That's what a poll is for. And you run it all against the word no. Not against itself, BSing itself. Won't work. Right? Left hand won't know the difference, will they? All lukewarm then. No ice cold and red hot. And that's what this place is. Ice cold and red hot. That's what makes barometrics work. So many days after that, you run them against each other again, and they don't run against the word no for maybe one election, 2 or 3, and they have to start running against the word no again. They can't run against each other again. Only you will elect someone to that position and begin to cause the system to function again. So the internationalists can't come in and tell you you're not living up. You're living up. And you can adjust all these systems that way to man the ship at home in an international lived situation. Why not bad? Where did Mao? That's what Mao said. And you have to. And you're international, and you still have to man the ship at home. Mao Zedong. A river that's always changing. It's the evolution. You have to run with evolution. It's one thing leads to the other here. It's always like a lava lamp. You can call it change. That's the thing that never changes. The lava lamp is sealed in it. It's just the way human wit works. And one thing leads to another in your mind. It works. The river keeps flowing. So did it change? Oh, it changed course. Oh, it did not. Still seeks its own level. Didn't change course at all. Made the land get out of the way. And it didn't change either. Doesn't change. Using that word. Live up. The bigger picture. None.